Hello everyone and welcome back to Anno 1800 to another session of our, well, High Life DLC as our skyscrapers are coming together. So, well, the city is looking pretty good so far, I gotta say that. Especially, let me just tune that in here to the night sky, because I think it's just particularly a beautiful game there once we are, well, coming into dawn or something like that. And yes, well, we got lots of work to do, lots of things that we haven't done yet. So, well, let's just have a look at our skyscrapers there first. What needs to be done in order to advance to the next eras? The first thing here is my happy investors that are tier 3 now, so that's what we need basically for this whole area there. And the only thing that's really missing is the furniture store, right? And then we could already upgrade the tier 3 to tier 4 investor skyscraper, so not that much work. It's a bit more work for the engineers that we definitely also want to upgrade. We need the furniture store here, the chewing gum that we already fulfilled. Oh, well, actually, that is a tier, that is the wrong tier, I think. No, it's the right tier. Well, basically, we can upgrade them right away. Let's just go ahead here and build that furniture store. Now, I do have my department stores here, so 2 of them. And yes, 2 was a bit of an overkill, so let's just get rid of 1 of them. Basically, that's gone. And instead of that, I'm going ahead and I'm going to have now the furniture store that we still need in this area. And as we can see, yeah, it's looking quite similar, so not that much damage done in this case, right, for the furniture store that we have in this whole area now. Let's have a look at the catalog that we can get from this one. And as we can see, once again, we have lots of items. Oh my goodness, there's so many items in this game now with the DLCs. I think especially the tourism DLC and the High Life DLC just added so much. It's incredible. The banker's lamp is the first thing that we can unlock here, and it really has some very, very good bonuses here. Minus 15% jewelry. This is especially useful as we are lacking quite a bit of jewelry right now. And the other one would be minus 25% on the light bulbs. So not so bad, right? But it consumes light bulbs. I have no idea how high this consumption though is. It also needs glass and brass is already going down, greatly decreasing right now, as we can see. So we definitely do need to do something there. Let's select the product anyway. The resources for now we have the warehouse right across the street, basically, in this whole area. And over there, well, we do have the apartment store and the furniture store. And by the way, yes, also the performance has been greatly improved, so there's not that much stuttering anymore. I removed the mod loader, so if you have similar problems with the stuttering in this game, even though mods are not working with the High Life DLC yet, just be sure and remove the mod loader and put it back to the default settings, because it improves the performance by, I think, at least 30 to 40%. Alright, so that's it. The next good has been fulfilled.
Our old news. We need a new bestseller.
And we want to sell more, of course. He's considering asking his customers directly what they want. That might be a pretty good idea, but it's good to see that he's back again in the game. Now the investors are also coming back at us with a writing desk that can be sold in the shopping arcades. How nice is that? Thank you very much. How expensive, oh please, just how expensive is that? I think it's actually here, right? Writing desk? There it is, the writing desk. Brass once again, the wood veneer and the lacquer that we don't have yet. But minus 20% cigars doesn't sound so bad, We actually get the next quest, hooray for that. And by the way, before we go for the next quest, let me just check. Yes, we can go for tier 4 investor houses now. And you know what? We should be doing that, right? There we have them. Let's go for tier 4. Where should we have the first tier 4 one? Right here in the city center. Boom. That was not tier 4. Tier 4? Where do we have a tier 4? It's pretty hard to see. I think these are tier 3. Yes, this is a tier 3 building, so let's upgrade this one as the first one. Alright, it's getting even higher. Who would have thought that, right? So this is a tier 4 building now. And this one now needs the typewriter and the billiard tables. So the billiard tables that we have there. We haven't unlocked the monument yet. I'm pretty worried at this point. I would like to get the monument at some point. Still, what a tall building that is. It's insane, really. And we can have quite a few of them right here in the city center. So let's just go ahead and have the next one here. And the next one then probably here along those streets. Only costs me 5 more elevators again, so it's not that much more expensive. And then probably also here on the other side where we do have those smaller skyscrapers yet, right? And then we have a block here of more normal skyscrapers. We have the elevators after all, so it's a good idea to just continue upgrading those guys here. That one, and then perhaps in this block one more, and another one on the other side here, just to have a few more, right? We want to grow there with the skyscrapers, and I have a pretty good feeling that we're going to need a lot of them for the, well, for the monuments then. I would still like an upgrade more. We still have, by the way, yeah, this one here, as always, I'm going to keep open for now. But here we still have some juicy little skyscrapers that want to grow a bit into the sky. Pun intended. There we have another one. And it's still not, it's really hard. So this is a bit hard for me to see here really what I'm upgrading. I think this is another tier 4 now, right? Nope, that is tier 3. That is tier 4 with the typewriter that we have. All right, let's have a look at the... Let's have a look at the next missions there. I love that. Yeah, with the balloon coming up. Beautiful. So, Mr. Bader has convinced a group of bemused citizens to take part in what he calls a marketing survey. He hopes these survey subjects can unearth the next lucrative patent for him. He's invited you to his office to hear their survey responses and determine the best course for business. Select here a few: romantic, survey, subject, reclusive, and cheapskate. Alright. So I guess they're scattered around the city and we need to find them. So there we have the first one somewhere here. There we got the first ones. They're just out there on the street doing what not. Sitting around. It's not even a coffee shop here or anything. What are they doing there on this fine day? With all of these huge buildings there. We should probably be careful of not spamming too many of them. It's looking rather claustrophobic then at some point. Right. But let's just have a look what they have to tell us. Or what they want to say to us. How do you perceive our brand? How can I put this? It's very fancy and grand, but it's also expensive and intimidating. I feel a little out of place that Swiss arcade. In that Swiss arcade. Okay, that was the first one. They're feeling a bit out of place. The next one, can we ask them? That's the romantic. What kind of products would you like to see in our stores? That's broad. Well, I moved into a skyscraper apartment. The view is nice and all, but the interiors all look the same. That's the romantic. And then we have the reclusive. Right now, a drink. Sorry, look, I work in an office and we're shoulder to shoulder in there. There's just no privacy.
A whole bunch of demanding so-and-sos in that survey. How you put up with them on the daily is beyond me. Let's skim the results. Pick our best seller.
Alright, let's analyze the results. The market research survey results are in. Where did Miss Jenny put my darn notes? Oh well, don't need them. We had some really dull responses. I cherry-picked the data. Maybe 80% want fancy furniture, 75% like luxury stuff, and 20-odd% just want a drink. So, what do you think will make us the most money? Fancy furniture, I guess, or the drink. Actually, I'd like to hear what Theodora has to say about the results. A mini bar. Well, that is actually a fancy furniture. Mini bar, I guess, is a fancy furniture, and it would combine the fancy furniture and the drink. Let's just have a look at that. I like it. Not everyone has a Miss Jenny around to get them a gin and tonica. This is very good ratio, by the way. Miss Jenny, do you think people want a mini bar? Speak up. She says, I must say the method of analysis skewed the results, so I'm intrigued by the percentages you uncovered, Mr. Bader. Well done. If we consider our survey responses, I'd say they want a product to help them personalize their skyscraper apartments and provide a little privacy, while others perceive the Galleria as rather uninclusive and would prefer a range of affordable products. Maybe a vanity screen, or it's hard to define a single product, maybe a focus on personalization and affordability. Yes, we have it. Write a patent. And we unlock the vanity screen. All we need is a flashy poster and they'll be craving a vanity screen in no time. Maguro, we need a slogan. Make it a rhyme. Galleria, Badarette, the height of etiquette. Life is a cabaret. Well, let's make it etiquette. How creative. And let's have a look at the screen. This is it. Galleria, Badarette, the height of etiquette. So this is us. I think this is fancy. It's also reclusive and it's romantic because it has some design on it. So I think it's not so bad.
Cartridge, a brand new patent and a dazzling poster advertisement. While Miss Jenny runs the posters round town, us big dogs can crank up production to meet a deluge of demand.
Alrighty, so there we have it. It's a new product that we can now install in our furniture shop. So there we have the vanity screen, and this one cost me cotton, cherry wood, and lacquer, and it minus 25% on the jewelry and the pocket watches. Wouldn't be so bad. Oh, we actually need to do this, right? So I actually am forced. I would rather keep the lamp there, but let's just go for the vanity screen there for the heck of it. There we have it. And boom, it's working now. And we do need to reach the following productivity in your furniture store for vanity screens, 70%. Alright, so we do need the lacquer after all now. I was hoping that we could save on the lacquer for quite some time, but well, that's the next product here that we do need to go with. So for that we do need resin, and we also need ethanol. Alright, so the next production that we haven't unlocked yet. Now, before I focus on these things, let me just have a look there again. I would probably still like to upgrade one or two skyscrapers here. So the ones, especially they're closer to my world fair. Over there we still have a few more. And this is just looking fantastic overall. Beautiful. Another one here. And by the way, this one should be having an intense panorama effect, because basically it's the only tier 4 in this block. Right, so we could do the same then here. Only having one tier 4 per block. I think 2 per block are fine to keep that intense rating overall. Let's upgrade those there. Right, and there is another block here that we can have. Right, and then we are actually out of the elevators already, so we need to wait there again just a bit. Alrighty, so it's back to logistics again. Since my skyscrapers are looking fine, I'd rather not expand them. I will also need to wait there a bit on my elevators. Two things that I need to check here real quick. The first one is probably, the filaments. Since we are consuming filaments for some of the new products and also in our department store, I do need to reinforce that production. We have our filaments up there.
A renowned person.
Lady Jane Smythe, Queen of Haute Couture. She gives me productivity 50% and attractiveness. Alright, I can accept, of course. Can't promise though that we keep her. And then I do need to have a look at my filament production. There we have them. They are electrified already, but not boosted. We might boost them. It does do something there to the happiness, of course, boosting them by 20%. Let's make it 34%. That's fine. And then we can still have a few more of them, mostly up there. Probably. Yes, I guess. A bit hard here to see something. We can still make room though. Right, so I can still have a second one there working. That's one more at least. We still need that. We have enough coal for it, so we should be fine on that. And then we have our... yes, by the way, the leather boots, we don't need that many. Right, so I can get rid of one of them. And instead, we're just going to have another filament factory that is working here. And probably also safe to say to upgrade that warehouse there, just to make this one a bit more efficient. So hopefully, we've solved some problems there. Let's just check this one. For the filaments, it's at 8 now per minute, right? So that really should be fine. I'm hoping so. Now, another thing we should fix is the pig heads. We don't have that many pig heads. We do need them for our soap production, our sausages, and for some special products already. The pigs we have over here, and as we can see, they're full. So what's going on here? We have enough storage. We are at 500 tons of pig heads, and there is actually one ship coming in. So we do have a trade route, but I'm guessing it's again one of those ships that was removed with our mods, and we should have a closer look at that, just to be sure that our pig heads are still getting transported. Yes, there's only one ship left here. Lucky us, we do have the Lone Star ready for another pig head transporter now, getting back and forth. Can I get another one? No, we are out of the steam motors. Even though we're producing quite a lot and boosted and electrified, not enough steam motors. Kind of hard to believe, but it is true. We don't have enough of them. I do need more space here for more steam motors. It's insane. But that's the truth of it. Now, one more thing I want to also fix real quick. We have the filaments now. Another thing was the brass, right? We have enough copper again. We have enough zinc in Crown Falls. What we don't have is enough brass. Boosting the production by 50% actually gives me only one negative impact there. So I'm going with that. Perfect. But we still need more of them, unfortunately. And of course, we need to have them here in Crown Falls right away. Now let's just check what we do have here. We have the champagne that I certainly can't mess around with. We have more canned food here. That is, by the way, using the pig heads. And pig heads we have now again. Very good. So I could have them, not where the scholar residences used to be, because we might still need them again. I will probably have to destroy some more buildings here, or wait for it, we have our little industry sector up there as well, right? So why not just have them here? So I'm just going ahead and I'm going to construct my next warehouses there, and then we are going to have some of those brass productions here as well. Even though it's looking a bit dirty, we really do need brass though, and we can't allow it to run out, right? And it's far away from the main city anyway, so not really that much of a big deal. Now that brings me to something very important. Very important, and that is the new world. In the new world we have taken the River of Stars from Princess Jing. And the River of Stars is going to play a vital role in my new products that we need. So we are going basically building up a whole new town here. And the cool thing about the River of Stars is it's going to need obreros as well. So it's going to be a pretty big city. And we're going to have ethanol being produced here. So ethanol is something that we should be hopefully seeing some over there. There it is. Corn fertility we have on this island. Perfect. That's what we need for the ethanol. And ethanol unfortunately does need obreros. Right, so we do need to get to the second level there. Not only that, for the celluloid, which is another product that we need, we do need the ethanol, so we do need quite a lot of that, by the way, because several products are needed. Then we have the camphor wax that we can have here, and then the cotton. Cotton we don't have in River of Stars, so cotton is something I will need to get from Rio Grande over here. This is another problem though, right, because there we have the workforce problem that I'm going to address pretty soon. But for now, let's unload the goods that I've prepared for this new island there. And we are going ahead here with another smaller beach area, as always. So since this is going to be a pretty big town, we can make this one beautiful as well. What I do need basically right away is on the other side of this massive island is over here our little fish oil production, right? So we're going to need the plantains, of course, for that once again, and our fish oil, and we're going to need a bit of that. So let's just go ahead and have us a nice little center here for that, plus also a warehouse. That is not possible here because why? There is a beach area or something like that. It's possible here though. We can have two of them though. Reason for that is we're going to need kitchens here anyway, plus the plantain plantations, right? So those guys I could have them just over here. We're going to have 5 for now, I think, in this cluster, so we don't waste that much space to the south where we're needing a lot of that. Right, and then we're just going to copy this whole thing, and let's make this one, let's have 6 of them in total for this whole area. Then we're having another full road down here, because there we can have then some production buildings, plus another clay deposit that we will probably use. 5 fish oil, so let's have a 6th one to make this one complete, to have for this one. And then we are basically going to have those kitchens. Let me just check for another... there's this invisible beach area that I have no idea how we get there. But here it should still be fine. And then we're going to have those kitchens. Let's have 3 on that side, 2 in here and 1 here, because that is perfectly scattered. That is one production. And then we have our obreros. For the obreros, the ponchos, right? So there is the other production. For that, once again, let's go ahead with a little warehouse. Let's not try to block the beach though. And then we basically just will spam here some of these alpaca farms. They need 4 modules as usual. And we're going to just probably only use 3 for now, because I don't think we're ever going to get or need more of them than right there. Just in general, I don't think I've ever seen such a big New World island. It's incredible. So there is also no river on it. This is still a relic of the no river mod, because the islands, of course, have been generated back in the days, right? And they're not getting regenerated again just because the mod is removed. Let's use 3 of those. with 3 sawmills then, as usual. Right, another production, and then we can basically just start with our beautiful city there now. And since it's going to be a pretty big town, let's just also make it, as we all know it, 4 lanes, just for the heck of it, right? And then probably another bigger crossroad here that comes together then in the town center. I mean, no, we are not going to have a city of that size. That's not going to happen. This I still can allow though. And then we just start with some houses. Let's make some gardens with these houses. Right, so we can basically just have them like that. And in between we're going to add some beautiful garden there. Oh, very nice. These skyscraper fountains have been taken over here to the new world. Oh, beautiful. So there we have something at least. And then we have also the smaller ones and the fountain plaza. Perfect. This one, I like that. Let's go ahead and have the fountain plaza then here for this whole area. Well, yeah, there we have a new River of Stars city coming up. We do have everything basically being prepared for it. So let's start with the first service buildings over here. And then we basically can start with the whole first block. Boom, there it is. Let's also finish all the fountain plazas there right away. It's exciting to have a new city coming up. Then we should be going for our timber production right away over here. And I hope that we still have some timber. Yes, we do. Oh, very good. By the way, if I upgrade my trading post, I can just have a couple of more of them in my storage. Perfect. That's what I like to see. So that we can start right away with our fish oil. Let's have 2 there for now. 2 kitchens and 2 fried plantains right across it. So the walking distances are minimal. Also the fire station, and we can do the same thing here with the alpacas and 2 contradanas right away. Let's have that fire station over there just for the heck of it. And 63 tons of timber are still left. So we might go ahead and go with the other district then here as well. And this is our first foundation for something very, very big. River of Stars. So far so good. That's a nice foundation for what we have in plan here. We do need a lot of space though. We have that for the caoutchouc then, for the corn and for the cocoa in order to also satisfy the chocolate need in Crown Falls. Stay tuned.